So I have a lot to catch up on because I haven't made a video in quite a while, but I'm going to try and get back into a consistent grind for you guys. But first, let's talk about one of the biggest recent topics for TDUSC, that being the Solo Club letter for June 2026. This came out last week, if I remember correctly, and actually went over quite a few things. So let's take a look really quick. So the Solo Club letter for June, first off, the R34 is revealed to arrive in Season 7 for TDUSC. But in this letter, there's going to be Season 7 information. So the car reveal, online store changes, camera update, player groups, targeted date for the release of Season 7, the ORC delay. Yes, unfortunately, the ORC is getting delayed. Other improvements offline and the community spotlight. So let's breeze through this really quick. One of the first ones is that there was a live event. I missed this one, bro. Damn it. But you did get this really cool Mercedes style livery for the car. And there's another version of this one, which is paid, but it's in the online store. It was like a silver version. The black, I think, looks cooler in all honesty. And yeah, so that was it. And next is the car reveal. So the Nissan GT R34 Skyline V Spec 2 is going to arrive in Season 7 of TDUSC. Bro, this picture is one of my favorite pictures I took, honestly, of the car. I love it. Like, honestly, it's a really cool picture. I tried to take some really cool ones, but anyways, yeah, so this car is confirmed, and you do have the possibility to remove the wing in the workshop. And on top of that, there is a livery for it, but it's not revealed in this letter. You guys might see it later. It's actually, you can slightly see it here, so very slightly, but honestly, you can barely make it out, but you guys will see it revealed in a later thing. Now, there's also a mention. You guys remember this car up on the screen right now? This was teased a while back as a car that would be arriving in Season 7. Things have swapped around. That car is now going to arrive in Season 8, which means that the JDM car that it replaced in Season 7 is now back in Season 7. So that means there's a dealership, a new to TDUSC car. I think this is going to be a favorite among a lot of people. There's going to be a Solar Pass level 1 car, so as usual, it's going to be based on an existing in-game vehicle, just it's going to be a different version of it. The R34 is already confirmed. Level 50 Solar Pass, there's going to be a new car. Then the online store, there's going to be a race spec, off-road spec. These two are not JDM. So yeah, these two aren't really JDM. This one, of course, is JDM vehicle arriving in the mid-season update for Season 7. Some more screenshots here, and I will give KT some credit, guys. The model of this car, look at the lens detail. I gotta admit, bro, they did some really nice jobs on the actual modeling of the vehicle. Next, online store changes, and this is where it's gonna get a bit different, but I'm gonna explain it to you guys as well. So in Season 7, there's gonna be quite a few changes coming to the online store, especially when it comes to monetization, and we're gonna talk about this. One of the first and most important changes I have to mention is that you will have the ability to purchase all the items within the bundle individually. So it means if you only want the car from a bundle, good thing, you can now do that. And that's been a community request since this online store first came in February, so it's really nice that they're finally adding that. But moving on, they're removing the concept of FOMO from the store. So first, as they say, we're moving FOMO from the exclusive items from the online store, excluding Solar Pass items. So that whole one season exclusivity, so Season 5 Solar Pass stuff will arrive in the store in Season 7. That will still stay, but stuff that are like from live events, maybe exclusive stuff in the store as well, like the timed thing will also be removed. We won't have any of that stuff anymore. No more FOMO. Everything's just gonna go straight to the players. You don't have to worry. If you don't buy it now, it'll still be there later, type of thing. But you're also gonna see some new items in the form of bundles. They're going to be called cosmetic bundles, and they'll be sold without a car but with a whole theme around them. So they say you'll see 3 of these in the mid-season update for Season 7. So okay, pretty cool. Next, the featured item section, which was normally reset every week or two, is now only going to feature items on promotion, which again, before it was like a FOMO thing. If you didn't buy that week, you had no idea when it would come back or where it would be. So that's all removed now. So literally the store is now FOMO-less, in all honesty, which is really good for the players, and I think really good for the community as well. But there are some other, I'd say, more important changes to the online store. This is going to come in the form of pricing. So first, the Solar Pass, which is currently 600 diamonds, is now going to be 1,000 diamonds. Now the price of skipping levels in the Solar Pass or the Solar Pass VIP does not change though. So it's only the base price of the Solar Pass is by an extra 400 diamonds. Now bundles, on the other hand, get a overall reduction of about 300 diamonds for future bundles. So it's not going to retroactively affect the previous bundles that we've got, but starting season 7, all of the new bundles moving forward will have about a 300 diamond reduction on the base price of what we use to calculate it. So of course I'll get into that a bit later to explain it more, but diamond gifts is another big one. This is getting an improvement. So they now have the ability to dynamically change the amount of hard currency and its frequency throughout the season. Now this allows us to celebrate special events by temporarily increasing the amounts of hard currency in the gift. So it does say rest assured everyone will be notified of these changes in advance, and it'll give you plenty of time to log in and collect them. And then it says, though not arriving in season 7, you can also expect to see diamonds being added to the solar pass in future seasons. So season 8 and onwards, it looks like we'll have some more diamonds being added there. So here's the thing, and I'm going to give you guys my complete honest thoughts, bro, but in order to do that, you also have to accept that what I'm telling you is just my honest opinion as well. So let's talk about it. First, the price increase of the solar pass. Now here's the thing, I can understand a lot of the community are pretty disappointed with this, because if you think about it, it's not really a TDU game still. You can understand the sentiment of the community. There's still bugs, there's still issues with the game, the development is slow, we're not getting the features we want. The ORC was literally delayed in this letter and we're giving a price increase. So there's all of those negativity things that weigh up from the community side on why there shouldn't be a price increase. It kind of feels like they're getting shafted, and I can totally understand that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this price increase isn't going to buy a yacht for Nakan. In all honesty, it sucks, bro, but everyone can tell Nakan is going through some hard times. It's literally on the public, you can see it everywhere. And with that being said, you guys see the same thing happen for KT, and unfortunately there's cost of servers, licensing, vehicle model, etc, and the store, the online store, is supposed to help pay for that. And I know it sucks, bro, it's not really a TDU game. There's going to be that sentiment of, you know, even the loyal players getting shafted. And with that said, I want to give you guys false hope, and I know for sure it's probably not going to change either. And of course, as usual, I would have given my feedback on what the community would think before we announce something like this anyways. But of course, a price hike is bad, but I'm going to also tell you guys what was done to help mitigate this price hike. And again, this isn't me white knighting or defending this situation, but the concept of the price hike was to do the following, as you seen in the comment earlier. But you decrease the bundle pricing so that players overall spend less per season on monetization. So this only works out if you buy the solar pass and seasonal bundles. If you only buy the solar pass, okay, then you fall in a different category, because you're eating directly that extra 400 diamonds you have to shell out. You're taking up that whole cost. If you're someone that buys bundles and the solar pass, this is actually a cheaper method for you. So you'll find you're actually spending less on diamonds per season than you were previously. So that's actually really good benefits. It means those who are most loyal per se are now spending less per season, which is again something that was definitely voiced by the community a little bit earlier. And when you bundle that up with the fact that you can now purchase bundle items individually, and it means you don't need to buy the whole bundle, you'll find that you can, regardless of the fact, still save more than you were in previous seasons, especially if you just want the car from the bundle. But another way to help mitigate this whole price increase was to increase the amount of diamonds gifted per season. So right now the whole concept was you had to buy 2 500 diamond pack bundles, because the solar pass cost was 600. So at the end of the day, you had to spend $10 to buy this $6 item. Now, on top of that, normally what was done to help mitigate that was that you were gifted about 130 diamonds in a season, about 10 per week. Now, this was done so that you had an extra diamonds left over at the end of the season. So when a new season starts, you don't need to buy that second pack. You can literally just buy one 500 diamond pack for $5, and then you got basically that extra missing dollar and a little bit. You now have that to cover. So you could still play as long as you went into the online store every week in this season. You're able to buy the solar pass without needing to spend extra money. So all of that said, remember now in season 7 there's going to be an increase in the whole gifting process. Now the idea is that the extra diamonds means you can likely get 300 or more diamonds from the gift system each season. Now meaning you now play closer to what was originally the previous solar pass price. Again, right now it's 500, you buy one 500 pack and then you'll have some left over. Now it's 1,000. Of course, you might still have to buy 2 of the 500 diamond packs, but your price isn't just now 600 to 1,000. You're spending an extra 400 diamonds, because that gifting system is now eating a lot of that price cost, so it's actually going to feel more like 100 or 200 diamonds extra rather than the full 400, which again helps those who play, because if you are a consistent player, as long as you log into the store once per week, collect all the diamonds, you eat up less of that overall cost. So that said, of course, the price increase isn't the best thing, guys. I know the community sentiment behind it isn't that good. I know there's a lot of people who are really upset at that, especially those who are loyal, but I've told you guys some reasons what was done to help mitigate it, and I've also mentioned that it's actually going to be cheaper for a lot of you guys, because I know there's a lot of the community members who do indeed just buy a solo pass and a lot of the bundles, whether it's 1 or 2 bundles, they do that, and you're gonna find that you're going to be spending less per season than you were previously, which again is good. It means more people can get more vehicles, it means more people can have more content for a reduced price. Again, the solo pass price increase, still, I understand where the community sentiment comes from, but this is just me telling you guys, again, not trying to white knight, don't get in your head, bro, but what can I say, bro? It's a tough situation. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It is what it is. Like that's the best I can tell you. But let's move back on to the letter. So camera update is another thing, a new field of view height, new customization options, etc. That's what we're working on in multiple stages. Here's what it looks like. So the field of view, it looks nice. It looks nice. There's going to be SUVs changed as well, and how the camera works is that it's set like this, but as you drive off, the camera kind of lifts height a bit. It will make more sense, because I know some people are saying, oh, what if you have an SUV? What happens then? Well, you're right, you won't be able to see over the SUV, but that's why when you drive forward, the camera lifts, so you do have the ability to see. But now you can actually see indicators being used, because there are some cars in the game, like the Huracan, for example, is a really big offender, and the Audi R8, where you can't see the indicators or the brake lights properly, because they're actually hidden. How the car is modeled and how it's designed, it's kind of hidden from that angle. But anyways, pretty cool. I must admit, I do quite like it. I love how this looks. I love how this one looks. And the sense of speed is still being kept with this, by the way. And there's going to be a toggle anyways, so if you don't like this camera, head to the settings, switch it off, and you're back to the old camera anyways. 8-player groups is another thing. Hopefully it should arrive in the mid-season update for season 7. Big feature, hopefully. Targeted release dates, last week of August, first week of September. So you have that. ORC is being delayed. This one is a bit tough. I almost forgot about this, bro. We're talking about the other one for so long. So ORC is getting delayed, guys. Here's the thing. It sucks, bro. There's a lot of network improvements and fixes that have to go behind the ORC to really make it worth its time. Of course, cross-region crossplay are one of the 2 biggest things that are missing from Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, in terms of helping the community interact with others and finding lobbies to be filled up, you know, inviting people over, doing ranked, etc. It's a bit tough right now, and especially without cross-region. Like, imagine the ORC for people in Oceania. Guys, like it's a bit tough when you think about it like that. So the ORC, unfortunately, is getting delayed. We don't know what season it is yet, but for sure it's going to be after season 8. If you guys, there is going to be a pit lane. This is going to be modeled in for season 7 day 1, so you guys will see the ORC in the map. But essentially, we will update you on the plans for the ORC after the release of season 8, which is when we're going to expand expand and discuss what's happening in season 9 and what's after that as well. Lastly, other improvements. So new loading screens, much more classy. Before it was like black bars on the top and bottom. Now it looks a little bit better. And there's also going to be motion toggle blur for console players, grain toggle, chromatic aberration, PC and console as well, by the way. Offline, Guillaume just talked about offline again really quickly. Just to let you guys know that for sure, like the previous mention of offline mode, we want to reassure you guys that, you know, it is something that we're actually working on, planning, figuring out what's the end goal is, what offline will be, and when we come out and announce you guys what's going to be offline, how things are going to work when offline arrives, then yeah. But it's still far away, because it's going to take a long time to go back into the entire game and change how everything works on the game for that. But yeah, Gil just reminding us that it's there. Here are the community spotlight winners, and that's basically it for this letter, guys. Another R34 picture. There are some fan created stuff in the Discord now as well, so you want to check that out. Some overlays, cool stuff, not mods, so modding is still not allowed for TDUSC. And then there's the last card tease here, which you guys can see. I'm not really gonna tell you what it is, but it looks blue, and yeah, it's off-roading. There's a sound clip in the Discord as well if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. But that's everything. There's also a personal note. I did a shout out to the devs at KT who are working hard on this game, trying to bring us the best that they can. I know it's a tough situation, man, and I know they're trying their best, but yeah, hopefully, you know, it's clear a lot of the resources instead of the ORC are just putting straight onto houses, because houses is seen as it's a massive feature, guys. There's a lot of depth to it. I think the community will be pretty happy to see what we have for houses when it does come out. You know, I know the UI team, the programming team, our artists, the level designers, everyone at KT is working really hard on that updates, and I'm really excited to see it later on. That being said, guys, that's it for this letter. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. My bad for being late. I got a lot to catch up on, bro. I need to get back on Forza Horizon 6. Clutch gameplay dropped a whole hour, bro. I'm trying to play American Truck Simulator. I'm trying to do a lot more, but yeah, we'll catch up on that in a second. Anyways, I'm Alex7. I'll see you guys in another video. My guys, peace.